Hello friends, Intuitive Rene here, bringing you an interesting message today. It is Sunday, and normally I do Oracle Sunday, but today is a really special day. It is Lionsgate Portal Day. It is the 8th of August, which is always known as Lionsgate Portal, and the portal is opening, and I thought it was actually quite appropriate for us to focus on that today. So I am going to give you just a little bit of insight into what it actually is, what it means, why it means that, what we can do, and then I have created a spread which I want to take us through as a collective reading, a collective message for everybody on this incredibly auspicious day today. So Lionsgate Portal is an event, is a cosmic event that happens every year on the 8th of August. And it is basically when the star Sirius aligns with Orion's belt and the pyramids of Giza in Egypt. So, and cosmically for many years now, it has been known, or it has been seen, as when a portal opens, and a portal of manifestations, a portal of opportunity, and in a portal of time to manifest dreams and things like that. It really is such an incredible time of prosperity. And I don't know about you, but I think we all could do with some positive prosperity in our lives at the moment. So that's what Lionsgate Portal is. Lionsgate Portal is, like I said, it's always on. Generally, I do think the portal opens a couple of days before, and it does take a couple of days before it closes again. But on the 8th of August, every single year, is when that portal is at its most powerful, and so on. Now, what makes Lionsgate this year even more special, what makes Lionsgate Portal even more significant in this year, is the fact that today is also Leo new moon. And the new moon is the time where we set intentions. The new moon is when we put into motion our dreams, or our plans, and our aspirations, and the things that we're working towards. So we have got the opportunity of prosperity and manifesting dreams from Lion's Portal, Lion's Gate, I should say. And we've also got the Leo new moon, and you all know that Leos are about bravery and courageous and ego and self, and recognizing who and what we are, and all of those kind of things. And the new moon is the time to set good intentions for the future. So I really thought this was a really opportune time for us to actually look at our lives and look at what we want to manifest and what we want to create for ourselves. So this is a general spread that I've created here. I've got a whole bunch of questions. And I know it's not, one reading isn't always applicable for everybody, but when I created this reading for us today, it was with the intention that it be relevant and appropriate to everybody. So not everything will resonate with you, but take what does, and really take it on yourself. Take what resonates with you, and just see how to fit the rest of it into your life. I am working with the Morgan Greer Tarot. It is a mini deck, so I used it because I could fit a lot of cards on screen. And then here I have an oracle from the Shaman's Oracle, Shaman's Dream Oracle, to give us just a final message of confirmation. So I do hope that you enjoy this reading, and I do hope that it helps you to take advantage of this really auspicious time that we have around us at the moment. So, as I said, this is a general reading for everybody. Let's get straight into it and see what we can take advantage of. All right, so we're going to start off with the card number 1 over here. And the question I'm asking here is, what opportunities are available for each one of us at the moment? So let's turn the card over, and we have got 7 of Cups. So I think, so Morgan Greer is quite I'm going to call it, it's a deck that's been around for a long time, okay? And its artwork is quite simple, quite, I want to say quite original. It really is. And I think it's also going to be a really powerful deck to work with our question today. So what opportunities are available? Here we have the 7 of Cups. And as you can see, each one of the cups contains something different. Each cup holds a different ingredient, a different element, a different thing. And with the 7 of Cups, it's the card that often says to you, it's time for decisions. It's time to decide what it is that you truly want for yourself. Now, with everything that's gone on in the world over the last 18 months, 20 months, 2 years, however long it's been, with all the chaos that's going on, we've all sort of lost our ability to dream, and our ability to hope, and our ability to choose. We feel like our choices have been made for us, and decisions have been taken away from us. So The opportunities that are available to you now with the Lionsgate Portal opening is the opportunities for you to make decisions for yourself. So even though there are limits and restrictions with what we can do, where we can do, where we can go, how we can do it, who we can do it with, but you've got to recognize that you do still have some choices. You do still have some choices and options. And it's time that we start seeing that. It's time that we start recognizing that and start looking at that and acknowledging that we're not limited, we're not restricted. In fact, opportunities are there. So what opportunities are available for every single one of us right now? And it is the opportunity to make choices and decisions for ourselves. So let's spend a bit of time today, and if not today, over the next couple of days, let's spend a little bit of time just being mindful, just being open to what it is that you want for yourself. What decisions, choices, and options do you want to make for yourself, by yourself, and without really considering anybody else? I mean, obviously we're going to consider family, obviously we're going to consider our circumstances, but actually what we really need to be doing here is focusing more on the self. And I say that because it's Leo, okay? And Leo are very much about the self, about the leadership and the bravery and the courageousness of the self. So it is important through this Lionsgate portal that we take that opportunity. What dreams are ready to open for us? So we've got opportunities that we need to be mindful of. Now let's have a look and see what dreams are ready to blossom, are ready to open, ready to come into fruition for us. If I could pick up the card. Oh my gosh. Okay. We have got glorious Knight of Pentacles. I love the bright colors that we get with this deck. So Knight of Pentacles is very interesting energy because Knight of Pentacles, he's practical. He's methodical. He knows exactly what it is that he needs to do in order to achieve the outcomes that suit him. So he's got a plan. He's got a strategy. He knows what it is that he needs to do. And he's very practical in that. So he's not stuck in the clouds. He doesn't have his head in the clouds. He's very grounded. He's very earthy. He knows exactly what it is. So what dreams are ready to open for you? And I do think this is telling you, when you make your decisions and choices, it is the dreams of self. It is your dreams. It's the dreams that you've been holding on to, maybe privately, secretly, quietly for the longest time. And these dreams are ready to open for you. But it's about movement. Night energy is forward movement. It's action. It's activity. So your dreams are ready to start opening up for you, ready to start blossoming, but you need to engage it. You need to drive it, but you need to be practical. You need to be logical. You need to be systematic in your process. But again, I do think these two are connected, okay? This card three is definitely connected to card 2, and card 3 is what may be blocking your dreams. So why is it that this hasn't happened yet? What may be blocking your dreams from taking place? And the card we have got there is the Lover's card, okay? So the Lover's card, as you can see, it's two people, okay? Whether it be, in this particular case, it happens to be male and female, but it could be two males, could be two females. This is the card of partnership. This is the card of coming together with somebody significant. And I do think everything that I've said so far, considering Lionsgate Portal, considering Leo New Moon, we have to start being more focused on ourselves, more focused on one and not focused on two. So the question we were asking here with this particular card is what may be blocking your dreams from opening, from happening, from taking place? And it's because you're always thinking you're not good enough unless you're with somebody, unless you do it with somebody, unless you have somebody by your side. And I think that may be blocking us, every single one of us individually. Relationships are obviously important. Relationships are obviously fantastic. And we all want to be in a good, strong, happy relationship. But what happens is when we're in a relationship, suddenly everything becomes, I'm going to say, watered down by 50%, because you are 50%, you're contributing 50%, and you're expecting the other person to contribute 50% in order to make the whole. But maybe what we need to do is we need to recognize 100%, 100%, blend them together, and we still have 100%. So we need to not water down our dreams, our aspirations, and our choices and our options. We need to start being confident, strong, and brave in who and what we are, and not always give our power away to somebody else. Now, when I say give your power away to somebody else, I'm not referring in that instance I'm not referring to the relationship. I'm referring to any connection that you have with another person. We put, as humans, we put so much emphasis on everybody else's opinions, on everybody else's thoughts of us, and we often change what we are, who we are, what we think, and how we think to make sure that we are valued and appreciated by others. And without really sounding horrible, but I'm going to say it, does everybody else's opinion really matter in the bigger scheme of things? You know, what somebody else thinks of you, is that not maybe what's blocking you from enjoying your success, living your dreams, living your truth, living your integrity, and achieving the things that you want to? So yes, we are social beings as humans. That's who we are. We are social beings. We want to connect with others. We want to share our lives with others. But maybe in this opportunity, this Lionsgate Portal Leo new moon that we have today, maybe it's telling us, let's not put so much emphasis there. Let's rather focus on the self. Let's rather be, and I don't want us to become selfish. It's just about recognizing that your own needs, wants, and desires are just as important as everybody else in your life. Okay, wow, quite interesting. Card number 4, where in your life, or where in our lives, can we all be braver? Where do we need to be more brave, more courageous? Where do we need to be more optimistic? Where do we need to be more confident? Let's have a look and see what card we get for where can we be braver. So we have got Two of Swords. Now, whenever the Two of Swords comes up, I always reference the fact that she's blindfolded. I always reference the fact that she's got, her body language is very closed off, very crossed, very keep away from me. What we have going on here with the Two of Swords is she's choosing, okay? It's an active decision that she's taken. She's choosing to not see what's right in front of her. She could quite easily remove her blindfold, but it's a choice that she's made. Let's go back to those choices over there, all right? And we need to be brave enough to take our blindfolds off and to face our realities head on, okay? With that blindfold on, she's got all sorts of things going on in the mind. She's got all sorts of fears, doubts, insecurities, things going on in her mind, and that's why she's so defensive and crossed off with her body language. She's got two swords, one in each hand, so she's fully capable of defending herself. But maybe she's being overprotective, or maybe she's been too defensive, and she's actually keeping opportunities away instead of embracing and welcoming and attracting them in. So the question we asked here is, where can you be braver? And I am going to say to you, it's about being honest with yourself, being true to yourself, looking at your reality, looking at your situation, looking at your circumstances, honestly, openly, with truth and integrity in your heart and your soul, and face the things that you're most afraid of. And when doing so, when looking at the decisions and the choices, by being logical and systematic and not putting everybody else's opinions first, you may be incredibly surprised as to what the truth really is, and how actually things are not as bad as we perceive them to be. But when we are blindfolded, when our vision is obscured, the mind kicks in, our insecurities kick in, and suddenly we're not seeing things the way that they are. So really, in this particular case, we're saying, let's take that blindfold off. Let's be open, honest. Let's really look at the situation. Let's look at our life from our own vantage point, from our own point of view, from our own reality, and face that truth honestly, openly, and see exactly where it takes us. Okay, so moving on to card 5. How can we all better express ourselves? Okay, so how can we speak, communicate, share? How can we openly and better express ourselves with ourselves and with everybody else? So how can we best express ourselves? And we have got the 7 of Wands. So again, this card is confirming what I have just said to you there. And I also want to just verify that we have 2 sevens coming through. It is the Lionsgate Portal, which is 8-8, but we've got the 2 sevens, which is confirming the build up to. So everything that we're dealing with here, if we can work through this, we will be able to take advantage, because 7-7 is just before the 8-8, and this will give us the opportunity of really taking advantage of Lionsgate Portal. So, Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is the card of defensive action. Okay, so if you have a look at this particular card, he doesn't have his blindfold on, all right? The blindfold has been removed. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sticks sort of coming towards him. You can see how he is holding his stick sort of across his body, again in a defensive moment, a defensive action, because he feels like these 6 sticks are coming towards him to attack him, to cause him problem, to do some damage to him. So he is immediately defensive. So as much as he is looking and facing his fears, he still has that defensive action going. And remember, the question we're asking here is, how can we better express ourselves? And I am going to say to you, it's by lowering your defense mechanisms, okay? Lowering your defenses and just taking a breath and asking questions. What do you want from me? These 6 sticks that are coming towards him, what do they want? Are they there to tickle him? Are they there to prod him? Are they there to stab him? Are they there to push him over the edge? What, maybe they're there to support him, but because of his defensive action, he would never know, and he is misinterpreting. So how can you best express yourself? By lowering your defenses, and we've got that confirmation twice, and asking questions, okay? Ask questions of the threat, whatever is threatening you or whatever you think is threatening you. Question it, ask questions, challenge it, and use your communication skills to understand what they are doing. And you may find that we've been missing each other completely. And as soon as we understand the situation, the threat immediately dissipates and goes away. All right. We're now going to go on to this card, which is card 6. Card 6 says, the question I've written down for this one is, where are you underestimating yourself? Okay, because let's be honest, it's great to say all these things, but if we don't have our confidence, and we've got Leo sun sign at the moment, we are in Leo season, and we've got Leo new moon coming, and we've got the Lionsgate portal, so we've got a lot of that kind of energy coming through. So where are you underestimating yourself? Where do you need more courage, more confidence, more ego in order to resolve everything and to take advantage of the auspicious time that we have around us at the moment? So let's have a look. Where are you underestimating yourself? See, we have the Devil card. Okay, so the devil is all about temptation. The devil is all about obsessions. The devil is all about incorrect thinking, incorrect outlook, incorrect understanding. And this is what, again, I'm going to say, every single one of us, we have been programmed and conditioned into always expecting and thinking the worst, okay? It's just how we've been put together. I don't know where that came from, and I don't know who decided that that's how we need to be, but it is what it is. So the question here is where are you underestimating yourself? By always expecting and thinking the worst. So, friends, what we're looking at here, the message that's coming through loud and clear at the moment, is basically saying to you, stop always thinking and expecting the worst. We need to change our mindsets. We need to change our thinking. We need to change our defensive attitudes to everything. We need to start being more focused on the self and not so much focused on other people's opinions, because other people's opinions actually don't matter. Okay, so where are you underestimating yourself? By always judging yourself too harshly, by always thinking of yourself as being inadequate, all of those kind of things. That is where the problem is coming in, and that is why you are underestimating yourself. So we need to start recognizing that you are actually pretty damn fabulous and that you have the right to be happy, to be powerful, to express yourself, to be heard, to be seen, to be protected, and not always thinking of yourself as being bad. All right, and our last tarot card for today: where might your ego be blocking you? So I know it's a similar kind of question, but because we've got all our Leo energy and Lionsgate energy, I needed to bring specifically ego into it. Where might your ego be blocking you? Let's see if I can pick up the card. Where might your ego be blocking you? So we have got the Ten of Cups, and that's a very interesting card, and I do think it's actually quite fabulous. Ten of Cups is about celebrating happiness, joy, success, family, union, commitment, all of those kind of things. So you can see we have got two people who are embracing, who are connecting, drinking out of the same cup. We have got rainbow of success and happiness, and those 10 cups over there all represent the joy, the abundance, the success, and the happiness. So this is saying to you, where may your ego be blocking you? You are convincing yourself that you are happy. You are convincing yourself that you have everything that you need. But how do you know when you are so defensive? If we lowered these defenses, if we changed our outlook and recognized that we could, can, and must make decisions for ourselves and choices for ourselves, maybe when we look at this situation, maybe we're going to see that we're not as happy as we could be. We're not saying you're not happy. We're not saying you're not living a good life, because let's be honest, we are, okay? It's not all doom and gloom. It is actually, we do have quite a good life. But I do think with this being 10 of cups, 10 of emotions, it's basically saying to you that you believe that this is as good as it's going to get. You're limiting yourself, restricting yourself, let's use that word, because we're not facing, seeing, and because we are so defensive, we're not truly allowing ourselves to have as much as maybe we want to, as much as you deserve to, and as much as that is available to you. Okay, I do think that is actually very interesting. All right, friends, gosh, I'm talking for a long time today. I want to look at this oracle. So this comes from the Shaman's Dream Oracle. And what I asked when I shuffled and drew this card is I wanted a message from the Lionsgate Portal as well as the Leo New Moon. So I just wanted that energy, the portal energy, to give us a message, and hopefully it ties in with everything that we've covered here. So let's turn it over and see what we have. Oh, wow. Okay, so card 16, and I am going to confirm 16, 1 plus 6 equals 7. We've got a lot of that 7 energy coming through, and it's the empty well. So if you imagine looking down into the well, okay, so this is the edge of the well here, and you're looking down into the well, and it says empty well, and it says time to replenish. I think that's actually quite fabulous. All right, so what I'm going to do, because I do think this particular oracle deck is incredibly powerful, I want to read specifically from the guidebook. So just to show you the guidebook, this is the Shaman's Dream Oracle. Okay, you can see it's the guidebook. You can see the creators, Alberto and Colette, created the deck, and I am going to read from the empty well for you. I'm not going to hold it on screen because it won't stay in focus. So it says, the empty well reveals that there is nothing for you here. The well is dry, and the desert is encroaching on your once fertile garden. It is time to face this harsh reality and move on. Give gratitude and thanks for the abundance that you have experienced, and let Spirit guide you to your next destination. This might mean saying goodbye to someone or something, or even insisting on changing the rules of the game. So I'm going to stop and pause for effect there, because that is in fact exactly what this Lionsgate Portal is saying to us. This Lionsgate Portal is saying to us it's a time to change our outlook, to change our expectations, to change our dreams. This is a time of creation, a time of manifesting dreams and setting intentions, and recognizing prosperity that's there. Yes, your happiness that you have is fantastic, it's wonderful, but you could have more. But the only way that you're going to have that is by making the decision to move further on your journey. To carry on reading from the book. Stop diminishing yourself for the sake of another. There is our devil. There is our lovers. Those two, the message that came through from those two was about diminishing your happiness, diminishing who you are for the sake of another. So stop diminishing yourself for the sake of another. Making yourself small will not produce the results you want. There is a lack of there is a lack of give and take. I can't say that word. The empty well tells you that it is time to reclaim what is yours and return what does not belong to you. The shadows cast in your direction are not of your making. You do not need to react or respond to them, as they are not real. Again, if we take that blindfold off, we would see that they are not real. We would see that we don't have to respond. We don't have to be so defensive. So simply shine your light on them and see how your light dispels them. So these shadows are projections that you are confusing for reality. And again, that's the devil at play. That's this energy that's coming through. You may have been offered a shovel to help you dig yourself out of an uncomfortable situation, a bucket to drink from the well, but you cannot dig yourself out of the soul. And remember that there is no water to be found in that well. It is empty down the bottom there. Receive the empty well as a gift. Okay, receive this card as a gift. Do not exert your energy and waste your resources by repairing the walls or mending the rope. Follow the watercourse way, the aquifers that run deep in the earth, and you will be led to a new spring oasis. You can find these underground streams, these rich natural resources, in the subterranean depths of your own heart. And friends, I do think that is exactly what Lionsgate Portal, Leo New Moon, all of this reading that I've given you today, that's exactly what it's saying to you. Don't settle for other people's reality. Don't settle for other people's opinions. Don't settle for other people's expectations. It's time that we lower our defenses. And instead of trying to climb out through these walls, let's rather go in the opposite direction. Follow the natural causeway, the natural waterway. Let's not obsess and focus on one thing. Let's stay logical. Let's stay practical in all that we are and all that we're doing. And recognize that, yes, we are happy. Yes, we are living a really good life. But you know what? It could, it can, and it will be so much better than what it is right now. And the only way that that's going to happen is if you allow it to happen for yourself. And this is the perfect time and the perfect opportunity for you to do that. Right. Friends, I do think this is an incredibly powerful reading. I do hope that it resonates with you. I do hope that you take something from this. Really look at your own self. Remember, Leo energy, Lionsgate energy is about the self. It's about not focusing on other people's needs, wants, and desires, but focusing on yours. You've got some big decisions to make, some big choices to make, and I honestly think you need to do this on your own. You cannot do it unless you drop your defenses. With love and blessings, from my heart to yours. Until we connect again, take care.